Hello there, welcome into the latest edition of the SAU Men's and Women's Track and Field Coaches Show. I'm Daniel Gallegos, joined alongside head men's and women's track and field coach Tim Servis. Coach, this coaches show, obviously we're focusing on track and field. You are also the cross country coach, but into the track season here into the spring, got some really good news just in the second year of your program being rebooted in track and field back at Southern Arkansas. It's the first year for an actual championship event in the Great American Conference. And because of that, there was the first coaches poll that came out for track and field. Your women are picked second to finish second in the conference. The men picked to finish third. Very high praise for such a young track and field program, starting back with some of the established ones as far as Harding, East Central, and schools like that. So how do you feel about those preseason rankings? Do you think they're fair? Do they matter at all?
They matter. As far as fair, I mean, I'm biased, so I always think, you know, we're going to do better than what the polls say. But it was a good start. No one has really seen our team. Everybody's so new, and there's a lot unknown about our conference because we got 2 associate members in, and we hadn't competed against each other. We have Oklahoma Christian and Rogers State just came in, but they will be a preliminary member. So, but we will see Christian at our championship. So, there's a lot of unknown, and so I think it's really good that, you know, we're going out to Oklahoma this weekend to compete because we'll get to see a lot of those teams that we haven't seen before.
Yeah, you mentioned going to Oklahoma. The meetup coming is at Oklahoma Baptist. That's where the Great American Conference Championships are going to be held. Oklahoma Baptist, newcomers to the GAC, but coming from the NAI, had a very perennial national power in track and field through the NAI ranks, and so expecting them to still be very, very competitive. They're the host site. How important is it for you guys, as you and your team, to get to go to Oklahoma Baptist to play in more or less a regular, or to compete in a regular season event there, knowing that it's going to be the championship venue?
Oh, very important. We are going to see all the competition within our conference except for Harding, and so that'll really give me an idea of what events we need to do, or what events that we need to work harder at, and where we stand amongst these teams, and then it'll give them a good idea of where they're at, and hopefully good motivation to you know, push through the next 5-6 weeks up until the conference championship.
Into the outdoor season portion of the track and field schedule, your team competed in a couple indoor meets in the first part of the spring semester. Now you're in full outdoor mode. The first of those competitions was a relay heavy event at UCA a couple weeks back. Talk about the UCA relays, some performances that stood out to you.
Okay, well, we had a lot of performances that stood out. I thought it was great for first meet. I was really proud of our men's and our women's 4x1 team. I thought they looked really strong. We improved a lot on that end. Our women's 4x4 team improved by 9 seconds from indoor, and they're also faster than their best time last year, so there's a lot of improvement there. We had 2 standout javelin throwers. There was a couple field events, and so we had 2 standout javelin throwers, and I thought that was a good move forward. Tanner Krutzinger, he did really good in the javelin, and also on the girls' side, Jordan A. Vance, who was a freshman. She looked really good for her first javelin throw. So I was really excited to see that. And then in the long jump, we have a sophomore who jumped pretty good last year, and I'm real excited to see her jump more this year. Her name's Justice Relaford. She's a really good long jump, and she did good in this meet, and so I was happy to see that she's back and you know, jumping just as good as where she left off.
Well, again, also too, the Oklahoma Baptist coming up. What do you kind of expect going into this event on both the men's and women's side? Are there any performances that you think are going to kind of stand out, and maybe something you didn't expect going into it?
Well, this will be your first opportunity to run the 100 and the 200. On the men's side, the 200, I think will be really good. Kron Higgins is going to stand out. I do believe. I believe he's the best 200-meter runner in the conference. So but this weekend we'll find out. And then also in the 100, Quincy Flowers, he's done really good for us. He was our best 100-meter runner last year, and I think he's improved a little bit since then, so he'll look really good there. On the women's side, the 400, we have Kenesha Bryant, and she is an outstanding 400-meter runner. I'm hoping to see her break her season best of a 48. So I'm real excited to see her do that. Then, of course, I mentioned Justice Relaford. I think she'll jump really good. And then there's a lot of unknown because we really haven't competed in a lot of events outdoor yet. So it'll be very interesting to see who steps up.
We appreciate it very much for your time. Again, that's head men's and women's track and field coach Tim Servis. He and both teams will be heading to Shawnee, Oklahoma to compete in the Oklahoma Baptist Invitational. Again, as Coach mentioned, it's going to be one of the first opportunities for his entire track and field team to get in all the events that they should anticipate for the upcoming GAC Championships, which will also be held at Oklahoma Baptist later on this spring semester. Coach, we appreciate it and best of luck.
Thank you.